Hello and welcome to English Capsules. Today's capsule, code switching. Get your coffee ready and let's get started.
So, hello everyone, and welcome to another capsule. Today is going to be an interesting topic, especially for the part of our audience that is quite a fluent English speaker or speaker of any other language, because code switching does not only apply to English, but also to any other language that you have mastered in your
Hmm.
life.
Right. So maybe we can start by telling our audience what code switching means or what it is, right? Um, First of all, the first time I heard this term was when I was taking linguistics back at
Mm-hmm.
university. Linguistics is one of the many subjects that we have in the Profesorado de Inglés because we do not only learn English and grammar, we also have many other subjects, very interesting. And this is one of them.
Our degree is tough, but it prepares you in more than one way because you learn
Mhm.
a lot of aspects of the language, not just how to teach it.
Right. So in linguistics, they teach us how languages are acquired, where they are stored in our minds, the processes of learning the languages, the steps. It's a very interesting subject. So when you finish taking this subject, you have to present a project and this project is about one of the topics that have been dealt with during the course, let's say. In my case, I chose code switching because I found it really interesting. And I found that this is something that we do all the time. So, this is the intro. I haven't told you yet what it is. Code switching is something like a tool, we could say, that is
Mhm.
used by many speakers as Vicky was saying at the beginning, usually you know at least two languages because it implies going from one language to the other, exchanging words, right? Because of several reasons. So uh, it is very common to use it in, for example, with our colleagues,
Mhm.
co-workers, sometimes students.
Is what we were saying that we use this when our listener shares the same knowledge as us. Because
Mhm.
what we do with code switching is actually using well, we're going to explain it. But
No, no. You can explain it also, of course.
we use like a word from one language in another because either we cannot find the equivalence, sometimes we can't remember what the word
Mhm.
is in the other language.
Yeah.
Um, so it's like a cope mechanism of our brain that makes it easier to communicate. But in order for that communication to be successful, the listener needs to be able to understand. Like if you speak German and the other person doesn't, and you use a German word, the most likely thing is that the communication is going to fail because
Hmm.
even if it's only a word, your listener won't be able to understand. So it
That's
needs
right.
to be like with a person that shares the same knowledge.
And as you were saying, it can be because you cannot find the word in the language that you are using in that moment, or maybe there is a word in the other language that is more accurate for the meaning that you want to convey.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we use it all the time, at least with my friends, with my group of teachers of English who are my friends, we use it all the time. Because the most important thing here is to convey a message, to get your message across. So it doesn't matter how you do it. You are telling a story. So if you need a word in another language and you know that the audience will still understand what you're saying, go for it. It's like we in my case with my friends, we do it unconsciously. we don't think about a word because the idea is to share a story. So uh, for us, it is faster to code switch and to find the word in the other language and to continue telling the story because the purpose is uh, that to tell the story. That's all.
I was thinking that we need to make a distinction, like it's not the same as borrowing a word from another language. That would be the
Right?
case of using a word in English. In Spanish, like for example, in Argentina, it's very common to use the word delivery
Or
when you,
sandwich.
yeah. So
Hmm.
this is not the same. But what we mean with code switching is that you purposely, because you do it intentionally,
Hmm.
you flip from one language to the other because of the reasons we mentioned. But
Hmm.
it's not like you interrupt your sentence or anything. It's like you are talking and you go back and forth, back and forth. So
Hmm.
um, your brain is not like processing both languages at the same time, I think. It's taking everything as one. Like it's like operating on a level, a very complicated level, I think.
Yeah, more superior maybe. Yeah. Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah. And while I was telling you that I'm teaching my son English as he's also learning Spanish because he's still in the process of learning to speak.
Yeah.
And I am amazed by the ability that he's got, like to go from one language to the other without even hesitating, probably because he just doesn't realize.
Hmm.
Um, so he can tell you either mariposa or butterfly, and his brain has made the connection between the two words. He knows they are the same. I don't know if he realizes that they are two different languages yet, probably not, but he uses one or the other, and he's got
And it
no
is the same.
problem.
Hmm.
Yeah, for him it's the same.
Um, in Argentina, particularly in places, in very particular places, for example, if we think about Córdoba or maybe Santa Fe, two provinces with a lot of immigrants from Italy,
Mm.
Italian words are common and for everyone. So you can listen to people saying, "Okay, andiamo," and they are not thinking, "Oh, they are saying this word. It's in Italian. I don't know Italian." You don't analyze so much. You know that if someone tells you andiamo, you're going to go. The end of story. Uh, and maybe the same happens in other regions of the country. Argentina being so big, it has influence of many places, right? So I'm thinking of places like, let's say, the northwest of the country, Salta and Jujuy. They have a big influence of Quechua language.
Yeah.
So maybe they are in their daily life, they use, I don't know, words from those languages and the rest everyone understand what they are talking about. And then if we go to the northeast, we have Guarani.
Mm.
So maybe the same happens. So that's why we were making reference to the audience, to the listener, because it is essential, I would say, that the listener shares the background or shares part of the language, because if not, the communication is not going to be successful.
So yeah, I was thinking how amazing our brain is
Hmm.
that we are able to navigate between languages, sometimes more than one. Um,
Hmm. Yeah.
and like it doesn't take you a lot of time to do it. Like it's so automatic. Like sometimes I this probably happened to you. Like I have my students asking me, when did you start thinking in English? And I'm like, I don't know when I started thinking in English. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that I was thinking in English. The same way I don't realize when I switch to Italian that that my brain
Yeah.
is going Italian. So it's like you need to have a certain level. I do believe that. Like if you're a beginner in the language, this is not going to happen. But
No.
if you have like a preparation and your level is intermediate, upper intermediate, I think that your brain goes to many different places at very fast speed.
Yeah, I agree.
I would say that the message of our episode today is our brain is amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so we can ask our audience if they are teachers or students if this happens to them, how often it happens, in what contexts it happens. Okay, so before we go, remember to subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Give love to our content and spread the word to help our channel grow.
Also, remember that you can rate our episodes and comment on each capsule. Activate the bell so that you know when our next capsule is out. And take a look at the description and our Instagram account to take more advantage of our content.
Okay, that's all for today. Bye for now.
Bye.